Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Alicia and today we're doing a birthday book haul video. Oh my god, I'm so excited if you couldn't tell. I got quite a few books because I did not expect, so my husband went and basically took me to Barnes & Noble. We did some of the books for Mother's Day and some of the books for my birthday, but there are quite a few books sitting here in piles and in bags, so let's see what I got. I will try to pinpoint which ones are for which, but it's gonna be hard, so I might just go throughout the list. But these are the books that I got for my birthday and throughout the month of May. Okay, so there's no rhyme or reason, there's no like order in which I got them. I'm just gonna go for the ones that I got first throughout the month, and then we'll go through from there. So this first stack are ones that I got before I did my shopping at Barnes & Noble. And the first one is Spellbound by Cara, Lynn, Shultz. Morgan over at Morgan's Bookshelves. I will leave a link to her channel down below. She has been trying to get all of us in our bookish group to read this one. So I thought I had a copy, but I guess not, because I didn't see it on my shelves. So I went and found a copy for like $7 with shipping from Thrift Books. But so we'll see how this one reads through. I will say it was a hell of a time trying to find this book to begin with, because Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, and even Amazon didn't really have physical copies. So I was really surprised when I found this on Thrift Books. So hopefully it will be a quick read. It looks like it's about, ooh, I don't know, there's extras at the end here. Hold on. It's 324 pages, so this should be a relatively quick read. The next book I got is part of the Never After series from Emily Mcintire, and it is book 4, which is Twisted. This is supposed to be, I believe, from Aladdin, like Aladdin loosely based on. So it has to deal with, I guess, like Jafar and Jasmine, or in this case, Yasmin. So we'll see how that goes. I've only read Hooked, so I need to read Scarred and Wretched before I get to this one, but I'm so excited to read all of them. The next one I got is a nonfiction. I've read one of his books before, so I just wanted to continue on with his books. And this one is Building a Non-Anxious Life from Dr. John Delony. He is underneath of like the Dave Ramsey bubble of people who have put out books, but he deals a lot with like anxiety and creating that non-anxious lifestyle. And hello, I am very anxious and I'm always paranoid. Well, I don't want to say paranoid. I'm not paranoid. But I'm very anxious at certain things. And I want to be able to not be anxious. Or, you know, just, I want to live my life, man. So we're going to give that one a go and see what insights he brings. This next one, so I went down a rabbit hole. One of my friends in my bookish group said, you need to read Pucking Around by Emily Rath. So I read it, but then they said, oh, but you were supposed to read the novella that happens before book 1. So I went back and read that one. So now I've read that one, I've read book 1, it all makes sense. So of course I had to continue, and I bought book 2, which is Pucking Wild. I had kind of know what to expect with this series now, but I also see that this is kind of from like the best friend point of view. So we had Rachel and all of her men in the first one, and this is her best friend and one of the other hockey players from the same team. So y'all, I don't know what y'all have gotten me into, but that is that. And then, of course, I went and got Lore Olympus Volume 6. I have read up to this far and I'm loving it. I'm loving all of the beautiful colors throughout, so of course I have to read this one, and I believe Volume 7 is coming out later this year, so we have to make sure that we are all caught up and good to go. So I picked up Volume 6. Now, I have 2 bags of books from the Barnes & Noble trip. We're gonna go into one of them, because I'm gonna start with these 2. I have already read these 2, but I didn't have them in my collection, so I picked up Lore Olympus Volume 4 and Lore Olympus Volume 5. Again, I have already read these, so I am ready to pick up Volume 6, but I didn't have them in my collection. So now I have them. I'm all caught up with collecting them. So the next ones on this, in this bag, are all new books. So, where to start? Is that all of them from this bag? Yes, so we'll throw the bag over there. I've been hearing so many cute things about this one, so I picked it up. It's Dungeons and Drama by Kristy Boyce. This is a YA contemporary romance, I believe. But it has, I guess, music, and also he likes to do D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, and dice. I love how they have the dice on the back. So I'm really interested in reading this one. And of course, everyone on BookTube lately has been reading this series, so of course I felt a little left out. I went and picked up a copy of the first book. This is Flawless by Elsie Silver. Apparently this is the cowboy romance, so we'll see how that goes. The next one is Crossed by Emily Mcintire. This is book 5 in the Never After series. This one I feel like reading the back real quick. This is like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, however you want to pronounce it, but that is what this one is loosely based off of. Then this one is Promises and Pomegranates. I don't know if this, because I think Promises and Pomegranates, I think of like Hades and Persephone, but I don't think it is. I'm not 100% sure. It says something about being an in-house physician for the mafia. So this could be a mafia romance. I haven't read any of those before, so I'm kind of excited about this one. I do enjoy the cover. It's very gorgeous. It's got that buttery feel cover to it. Oh, and this is by Sav R. Miller. I don't know if I said that before. So Promises and Pomegranates by Sav A. Miller. One to pick up. I am excited for it. I have the first book in this series. This is book 2. The first one is King of Wrath. This is King of Pride. And this is by Anna Huang. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that. Please let me know if you know how to pronounce it. I will probably Google it so that I don't keep butchering her name, because I feel like I am. So that was bag 1. Now getting into bag 2. This is where most of my hardcovers come in. But we do have 2 paperback, which I will do first, because the other one is King of Greed, which is book 3. This is the King of Sins series. And then this one, I don't know how I found this one, but I read the synopsis and it sounded good, so I'm going to give it a try. The Deer and the Dragon by Piper CJ. And this one came with sprayed edges. All I know is that there is something about this character. She has a gift or a curse, however she feels, but there are angels and demons, and somehow they are sharing the girl is sharing the bed with the Prince of Hell. Need I say more? So I have to find out why. So I picked up that one. Now, the rest of these are all hardcover. So This first one, I actually discovered that I had 2 copies. I had already bought it, and then I bought it again thinking that I didn't have it. So I already sent one to my friend Sam, but it's A Soul of Ash and Blood by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I believe this is book 5? Book 5 in the From Blood and Ash series. I could be wrong. But it's in that series somewhere. But I think this is book 5. So I need that one so that I think I'm just going to binge read the series at some point. Even though I haven't read the first book, I plan on just, you know, binging it and getting caught up in time for the 3rd one to come out. But I picked up Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. Everyone seems to love this series. And from the sound of it and the synopsis that I've read, I think I'll like it too. So I just went ahead and bought book 2. The next one, and I was a little shocked at this one. So I was expecting a red cover, and I got the gold cover. I don't, is that a thing? But apparently this is the Indigo exclusive cover for Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare. I liked reading City of Bones. Unfortunately, that is the only thing I've read from her. But I, again, plan on binging the rest of the books that I own from her, because I own just about everything dealing with shadow hunters. And so this one, I read the synopsis and it sounded good, so I am just going to read it. But it took me a while to find this one in the store because, like I said, I was looking for a red cover and I found a gold cover. So let me know if you guys have that cover or if this is something new. And the last book in this bag, my husband found, and he was like, well, have you heard of this one? Why don't you get this one? And I was like, well, I mean, I've seen it, but I haven't like read the synopsis, and I don't want to buy it purely off of how the book looks. But so I was like, I don't know, I don't think I'll get it. Well, it turns out he picked it up for me. So this one is 5 Broken Blades by Corland. And of course it has the sprayed edges all the way around. And it has like the colorful end pages. All I know is it's something about like 5 of the most dangerous liars and thieves, and a king has to be killed for some reason. That's all I know. That's all I want to know going in. I like that it's like shiny on the cover for the blades. So if people on BookTube read this one together soon, then I might jump in on that bandwagon and read it. And then the last 2 books I went and picked up were part of the A Court of Thorns and Roses. So I picked up A Court of Frost and Starlight, which is the little novella. And the last book I got was A Court of Silver Flames. This one is hella floppy. I do have the rest of the books here. I can't really get them, but they're on. I don't know if you can see them. They're under here, underneath the cars at the very bottom. But I'm gonna read this series soon after I finish a couple of other books and book series. So we're gonna get to this floppiness one way or the other before the end of the year. I just can't. This is a big book. But I hear that I should have read this series first before I read Crescent City. But I read Crescent City series first before this one, so now I'm a little backtracking, but that's okay. And I think that's all. I think that's all of the book. Well, that is all for me in this video, guys. I'm very excited to get to some of these books, if not all of them. I'm going to try and read them all and the ones that I got in April. I'm going to try to read all of these books before the end of the year, just so I don't keep accumulating books that are not read. As you know, I am trying to do a TBR Project Zero, which means bringing my TBR down to 0, basically, or as close as I can get to 0. But those are all the books for my May birthday book haul. If you think I should prioritize something over the others, leave me a comment down below. If you would like to buddy read any of these with me, let me know that too in the comments. If you've read any of them and you've liked them, or if you think I should put something off because you didn't like it, let me know that too. But that is it for me in this video, guys. If you liked seeing this video and want to see more, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.